It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Eagles and the reigning AFC champs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. But hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And some strong running. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number.
20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
To throw again on second down, Hurts. Now he's flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Let's go. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's caught by Sanders. Then he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line.
Hurts.
Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And all the way up to the 46. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give. This is Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Chubb will get the call, running left, fighting through, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They go with Chubb on second down. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They give the Chubb out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Working with his 2nd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Watson. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, that's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To the air yet again, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Deshaun Hand coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To try again after the sack. Hurts on the slant. He's got Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's a football team who have the lead in that one. Antonio Gibson. 3 touchdown runs. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Cooper Kupp, 100 yards receiving on the nose and a touchdown catch as well. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter.
I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 120 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Nick Chubb stopped short. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Sanders, a first down, still going. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Let's go.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts, and that is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Now Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 38, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on first down, and now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Throwing is Hurts. And connecting quickly with Goedert.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. From the 36, Hurts.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and this Browns defense stands tall. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So signs of life, and what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Handoff comes to Chubb. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Great idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run. Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cleveland, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.